Right?
So this is like a secret hiding spot, isn't it?
You know, we used to have it in a different place, but the other place had stairs, and some people had trouble navigating the stairs.
Oh.
Yeah, so this one, you know, there's no stairs, so it's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But personally, I like the last place better.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah. Is that the place on El Camino?
Yeah,
That was the original place.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So that place doesn't have an elevator, but this one you don't need an elevator. It's all like, you know, one level. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Gloria Garcia, and a teacher, business owner, and also an advocate against plastic pollution. And that's what we're here to talk to you about today.
Sure.
And if you
Yeah, I'm Justin Gorman, and I'm actually an educator in PADOC.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Aloni?
Aloni. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
The Chinese immersion, right?
What's that? Yeah, Chinese immersion. That's right. Yeah.
My neighbor's kids go there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, super.
Yeah. So cool. And what do you teach there?
2-3. Yeah,
Okay.
2-3 split. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'm also the zero waste champ.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so that's why I'm here. Yeah.
And then what do you teach?
So I teach elementary as well. I teach fourth grade,
Oh, which school?
and I teach you
15. Okay. Not too far. Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in grade 8.
Very good. Okay. Oh, that's very close.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And do you live here in Palo Alto?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you live in Palo Alto?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've been lucky.
Yeah. Me too. I live in Palo Alto.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can't go wrong. That's right.
So that means you have kind of reverse commute then, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, how long you been council member for?
I got elected in 2016.
Oh,
So I
wow.
took office in 2017.
Oh wow, super.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So yeah, my kids went to Escondido.
Oh, my
Yeah.
son goes to Escondido.
Yeah, and then why not Lonely?
Well, because we live right there.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
live really close.
Oh, where Palo Alto do you live?
So right in College Stars.
Oh, me too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, okay, so
We're practically neighbors.
Yeah, I'm on Princeton Street. What street are you on?
I'm right on Harvard.
Oh, Harvard. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you're just like two over.
I'm a couple blocks away from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're
That's all wrong.
you're really close to Escondido.
Yeah, really
You're like,
close.
you're
Yeah.
two blocks away.
That's right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
my son walks to school. And,
Yeah, my kids used to as well.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
And I take the actually. Gloria got to see me on my electric scooter, so
Oh,
Yeah.
you'll see me around.
What kind of scooter do you have?
I have it's called a Nico Rico. Yeah, that's the brand.
Okay.
Yeah, and it goes about 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. I got my kids electric scooters, and God, I forgot the brand, but they go about 15 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
This one goes about 5 extra. I noticed
Yeah.
all the other scooters go a bit slower than mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
but do you have
Yeah.
inflatable tires?
No,
Yeah, just
mine's
rubber?
tireless. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
it's all rubber.
tubeless.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
actually a smoother ride as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So I on days it doesn't rain, like today it's kind of rainy.
Uh-huh.
I have an electric skateboard.
Oh, you know, okay.
Yeah, and so it's really nice because you get those like you're too sweaty. The only problem is that the polyurethane wheels when it's wet, it's kind of slippery.
Right.
So when it rains, I don't want to.
Oh yeah, you don't want a chance.
But the scooters, I don't know if it has the same issue because it has rubber tires, right?
They're more of a plastic base.
Oh,
Yeah.
plastic,
Well, it's like a hybrid.
Mm.
Hybrid.
How
material.
heavy is the scooter?
It's about maybe like 15 pounds. or
Oh,
something.
okay. Wow, that's the same way as my skateboard.
Yeah,
That's actually really light.
It's really like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could-
Yeah. Did you ride it here?
Yeah.
Oh, what did you do?
Oh, it's up front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the reception.
Did you walk here or do you ride your scooter?
No. I actually, unfortunately.
Good job. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to get a scooter. You're missing out.
Yeah, I do. I was thinking about an electric bike actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those are really nice.
Those are
Yeah.
nice,
So when it rains, I ride my bike because it has fenders and
Yeah, exactly. So I'm
yeah. No, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good investment. You can Summit. They sell them at the bike shop on California.
that's where I keep coming to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's on the way, and I think that's great that we're all kind of environmentally conscious
Yeah,
and aware of those
Well,
choices.
for me, it's like, like, okay, so 94% of the carbon footprint in the city is cars. 94%.
Really?
So the vast majority, right? I mean,
That's
people
crazy.
talk about a bunch of other like composting, this and that, but
Cars.
but 94%, the lion's share is cars, and so definitely going electric vehicle is a big step forward,
Right.
right?
Mm.
But even for a car, right? A car is like so your scooter's about 15 pounds, my skateboard's about 15 pounds, right? A car is about 1 or 2 tons. Right?
Yeah.
So so you have 1 or 2 tons moving someone that's maybe 100 to 200 pounds, right?
Mhm.
So the energy cost of moving that car when it's a single occupancy vehicle is outrageous, right?
Right.
It's like 100 times,
that
200,
energy.
200 times the energy
Exactly.
to move one person, right? Versus
Right.
you look at the energy to weight ratio of like a scooter or skateboard or electric bike, and so bikes, scooters, skateboards are incredibly efficient, right? Because it's only moving your weight plus 15 pounds
That's
versus 1 or 2 tons plus your weight, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the biggest things that people could do to really have an impact on the environment is actually going to these small portable electric vehicles, especially locally,
Right.
because just the carbon footprint is just massive, right? I mean, it's a massive footprint.
Yeah.
So that's why, for the most part, I will always, even when it's pouring rain.
Mhm.
Actually, I'm surprised you rode your scooter here in the rain, but
Mhm.
Yeah, I read it.
Does it-
Rain or shine?
it's fenders.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So it has the guards there.
Oh,
It has
okay.
rain guards.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. But I have to. Of course, I'm not going as fast as.
Yeah.
I
But
can.
like my skateboard doesn't have fenders. So right in the rain, not only is it slippery, but like your shoes get soaked.
Oh yeah,
And it's a big mess. Right?
exactly.
There's no fenders, but
Right.
all scooters have that.
Yeah.
But that's the other reason. It's just because, we're almost like 8 billion people. That's something that we don't realize. Like we're almost 8 billion people on
exactly.
Earth, right? I mean, I'm gonna look really old now, but like I can remember a time when there were half. Okay, half of them. And so we have like way more people, right? And if we all use the same amount of energy
Mhm.
that we do right now, and most of that energy actually is just transportation, at least carbon footprint wise,
Mm-hmm.
it's like how do we, what kind of place are we leaving our children, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then that's exactly why we're here. I think because we also want to look at the product life cycle and the way that fossil fuels are utilized to make most plastic products. In fact, 99% of plastic is made with fossil fuels, and we are aware now that the fossil fuel industry, as they see in the future, people moving towards EVs. They're thinking, well, how are we going to make our money and how are we going to continue? Well, they're starting to build now and more in the future petrochemical companies that will use oil to now make more plastic products. So you're going to see an increase in that unless we take measures such as the disposable food waste reduction plan, which we think Zero Waste did a really wonderful job in collecting a lot of input and research and studying. What we see and what I'm representing is a petition with about almost 2,000 signatures now. And so we would like to advocate for taking phase 1 and phase 2 together. So on June 10th, the vote is going to be on phase 1. And what we'd like to see is some of these things.
Wait, the vote by who?
City Council.
Oh, okay.
And so I'll be there
Okay.
speaking
I
to
wish
this.
I could do that.
But we really wanted a chance to speak to each council member individually and kind of explain where we're coming from before that happens, before that date. So we have these bands.
So this assumes on a consent calendar, or
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, these things, it will take 2 years. It's a 2-year phase in for even just phase 1, and then they come back to council to look at phase 2 and vote on this. So then probably another 2 years to implement all of this portion. Well, we know that this is a critical area. The PFAS compounds that are health hazard that are in our foodware, especially in our lined cups, like coffee cups and to-go containers, foodware. Even though it's paper, you can't recycle it or compost it because it's actually lined in plastic, and that would be the PFAS.
So just out of curiosity, do we get any emails on this topic yet?
I can look through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
I'm just curious to know, like, I'll be surprised if there's any opposition to this.
No,
Yeah,
but here's the
that's
thing.
great.
I get that, but you guys are only voting on phase one.
Mm.
So we're actually, all of these things that are really necessary aren't going to be put on the table until this
Mhm.
year.
Would you want it sooner? Do you think we should do it
Yeah,
sooner?
well, that's what 2,000 people, I'm representing those 2,000 people that think we should.
Oh, you did a petition?
We did a petition on
Okay.
change.org,
Okay.
and that's why I signed yours, by the way,
Oh, thank you.
on the fiber optics.
Okay.
I'm just, Barron Park, we're involved. We know, we
Mm.
care about our health, we care about our safety.
Mm,
All Palo Alto does, and we're also a very green town.
sure.
We see, Costa Rica is banning single-use plastics,
Mm.
2021. European Union, 2021.
Mhm.
I mean, we have countries, we have models to, base our practices on. This isn't coming out of the blue. This is part of your sustainability plan. This isn't mine. But what we want to do is just combine these phases. And what would be the opposite? What do you think the opposition would be to doing that? Why can't we vote on these?
So I'm actually glad you're here because I actually haven't looked at this closely yet.
Oh.
So this is actually really good. This is very timely.
Yeah.
So I mean, so for me, I'm a true believer in this kind of stuff, right? So I mean,
Yeah,
this is
sounds
why
like it.
this is why I skateboard her or bike and I never drive.
Right.
This is why we live in Palo Alto too,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we have people that care about
Yeah.
this.
So you're preaching the choir on this.
Yeah.
My question though is, why did staff not try and incorporate phase 2 as well?
So I asked Zero Waste that. I asked a representative from Zero Waste, and he said we are trying to balance between the consumer and the business community.
Okay, but has the business community really? Yeah, I mean,
Okay. He said he hasn't been heard a lot of pushback on it.
Yeah.
And plus, they're getting 2 years
Yeah.
to implement this. So why can't we just they'll still get 2 years, but combine the phases.
So like at my company, at least you guys went last week, unfortunately. At my company, what we've done is we don't have any disposable plates or utensils, right? So we have a dishwasher, and we put all the stuff in the dishwasher, and then
Exactly.
and we do that even though it's not cheaper because it's still cheaper to buy paper plates and stuff, but we do it because of what you're trying to do, right? And I think the law firm is trying to do that as well. It's not a big deal
Right.
to just get a dishwasher and then just have glassware and stuff,
Exactly.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Or bring your own, because
Oh,
I mean,
bring
we did
your
it
own,
with
yeah.
our plastic bags. We did it with straws.
Yeah.
We can do it with all the foodware,
Yeah.
to-go items.
Well, the reason why I think the only issue with bringing your own is that people wash it by hand, right? Which is actually a lot of energy still, right? Versus a dishwasher is one of the most green ways of washing, right? So that's why we like to, like at my company, because I control it. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
Basically, we have a dishwasher
Right.
and we stuff it full, like make sure because it costs the same energy as it does when it's like only one thing in there.
Right.
And then
exactly.
start it, right? And that way, like, although it's easier and cheaper, actually, because we did the math, it's actually easier and cheaper to just have paper plates and utensils, but it's not as environmentally friendly. So I know, like, even my company, even though it's not
Yeah.
cheaper, we'll do it this way. And I know some other companies are starting to do this as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
so
yeah.
The school district.
Yeah,
the school
P-
district.
yeah, PAOSD is planning to phase out single-use plastics.
Mhm.
So right now we're actually trialing compostables at the moment. That's because there's some extra money in the budget and actually potato-ware donated.
I actually looked at that too. The only issue with that is like, in terms of like footprint wise, in terms of like the footprint on the environment, nothing beats taking like I mean, disposable is nice and convenient. Don't get me wrong, it's all good.
Yeah.
But environmentally wise, it's not as good as having like
Yeah.
glass or
Reusable.
reusable.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
nothing beats that.
Yeah. So that's the idea. So
But the thing that I discern in my own company, right, is like the workflow is different, right? How do you, it's like in your own house it's easy, right? Because you have a family. But in a work setting, it's harder to do that, right? And so that's the thing that I've been like, at my own company, I've been struggling on is how do we get that workflow going, right? Because everyone feels like, oh, having to start the dishwasher and having to unload it, that's kind of like a like punishment, like kitchen patrol, right? They call it KP, kitchen patrol, right? So everyone feels like there's a punishment. And so what I've done at my company is that we rotate among people, and so like for instance, even I'll do it, right? Even like so everyone, even the CEO will take turns, right? So just trying to make it a little bit more fair.
Mm.
But